Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest double feature from Nexo Hunter featuring the Gundam Pixie. Pixie is still decent. It's in terms of its, capabilities, that it's probably been supplanted at some costs by other stealth raids, but it can still do an awful lot of damage. And trust me, I know, because I got the new Gaza E that came out this week, which is a support, and man, Pixies have been kind of the bane of my existence. Just, it didn't help that the first 400Q up for it on ground after I got it was Ruined City, which is, or not Ruined City, Abandoned City. The other city, at any rate, and that is pretty much the Pixie's natural habitat. Tons of places to hide. Okay, good kill there. Knocked over Maniac a little bit, but it happens. Spidey Wing is also here, so good team to start with. And downswing just a tiny bit late. I should have realized that was Spidey in his Enterprise D Isaac colors, but I'd say I am slow on the uptake at this point is an understatement. It's been a rough week, so I don't really have the heart to go into details right now, so we'll just stick with the game. 1880 to 1320, 6.5 minutes left, and yeah, Nexa is just waiting for a good opportunity to advance, which Maniac has bought him with his Maniac's usual desire to just get in there and fight, so that's worked out, and Nexo is back to cover, which is not a bad place for a Pixie to be. Let's see, I think support fire just came down. Yep, but luckily Nexo is not in it. Looks like Maniac wasn't either. So, and right now everybody's a little bit spread out, but this is actually a good combo. This is actually a good team because the Isaac also has stealth, so. The only difference being, I believe the Isaac has jamming, so you're going to have like two different things that you could have rolling up on you invisibly. So, but that's not a bad combination, I think. Let's see, that is, I think, first death for Nexo, 3895 to 3150. He's gotten some good shots in and some good kills, so we are off to a good start. And let's see. Apropos of nothing, I did go back to building my Full Armor Thunderbolt Gundam last night. I've got the legs done. It's just the rest of the torso and the gigantic backpack and weapons that need done. So, but I'm really just something about handling the thing. I'd come to like it more anyway, which is why I got the kit. But also just something about handling it. The artist, I think it's Otagaki is the name. I'm not good. Like I said, memory is a steel sieve right now, but he really kind of played up the angularity of Federation mobile suits versus Zeon suits, and I like that. Just really leaned into it hard with the Gundam. Even the Gundams usually more like curved surfaces on the legs are now more angled while still looking far more sleek than anything Zeon was doing at the time. It's really well done. Good downswing on that Gazome, which, since he had advantage, I'm assuming that's the Gazome Gunner, and it is also Gazome gone, so let's see, throwing some shots out at that. Maniac's camphor dropped, and let's see, is that, no, it can't be violent. This is only 450. That is the Gaza E, I believe, right? No, that's a Gaza D, excuse me. It has, Gaza E is a little bit squatter. It has very similar shoulder armor, but it's much squattier and kind of weird looking. Well, the Gazas are all weird looking, but even among Gazas, it is weird looking. It's also, I think Nexo sent me this before the E was out, but I can't remember because, again, terrible memory. But yeah, the Gaza E is not bad. I want to get back to it. I'm getting better with it, but I'm also still getting stabbed a lot, so see what I can do. I wanted to try it in space, but just nobody. It's one of the daily missions today is this being Sunday the 19th. One of the daily missions today is 2 ground battles, so getting people to queue up for 400 space kinda hard. But yep, that is a Gazome gunner. Spidey has marked it for Nexo conveniently, and Maniac is tagging along to help keep it in place and giving Nexo the space he needs to finish it off. So yeah, just it's the kind of coordination you can pull off when you're playing with friends, when you're playing with people who know your play style and what you're trying to do. And to be honest, sometimes it's just easier to pay attention to your teammates when you're talking to them. So it's just one of those things. Like, yeah, you can pull off that timing with strangers. I don't want to say it's not hard. It can be hard, but it's not as hard as playing with randoms would lead you to believe. If you just, I feel like a lot of times, trying to keep that timing with people is important. Trying to keep the, trying to just make sure your attacks don't knock your allies over. I mean, not just good etiquette, it keeps your allies from getting killed, it keeps everybody in the game, keeps everything moving smoothly. So, 4 and 5 are headed back towards the base. I think there's enemies there. They are probably pondering retaliatory bombing, which if they are going to pull it off, they need to pull off in the next 10 seconds or so. So, maybe as much as 20, but yeah, they better start soon if they were going to do it, and since there's nobody here, I have to assume they're not going to do it. Which is probably thanks in no small part to 4 and 5 intercepting them on the way out. So, good work there for sure. Yeah, 1:10 left. Up almost 2-1 in this one, which, not bad at all. Again, just it's been a week. I'm not. I have my own rules for what I will and won't run, and to be honest, they're gonna be flexible for a little bit with everything I've got going on. And, I just really appreciate Nexo, among others, sending me some videos in this exceedingly difficult time, honestly. And, timing could not be better, and I really appreciate it. So, man, I'm trying not to go on about it, because there's parts of it that are just too much of a bummer for me to want to talk about. But yeah, it's been a bad week. Let's see, 20 seconds left. That is a G-Line full custom, which Nexo just baited its tackle and some exam suit, or, oh yeah, Black Rider. Unfortunately, the Black Rider still had enough juice to come around and get Nexo before the full custom could be got, but even so, that's still going to end the round at like 15,000 to 10,000. That's very nice. That's very solid. So we will go with that, and let's see the final scores. And let's see. Nexo got top score at 3723, top damage at 88,000. Good stuff. Let's see. Looks like number 4 got the other scores. 6 and 3, yeah, very nice. So that is the end of part 1, and we will be looking at part 2. Well, before I can say anything, because this video is just going to keep going. And here we have the Pixie returning to the Ruined City, but this time we are talking a 600 Pixie, which is not bad, in my opinion. It's another one that just, high-level mobile suits, level 4, things like that can get outperformed. And there's a lot of things at 600 with a lot more tricks, but also just, it has enough equip slots, enough upscaled damage on its weapons and all, that you can really do huge numbers with this if you're, willing to, fight it out in something that can be at a disadvantage. Downswing got 1995 on the second swing, 20-something on a what's the word? Just lone swing. Yeah, that'll single swing. That's the word. Thank you, Brain. Okay, good grab of that DJ in Kakushiki colors out there. I think I bought that DJ. But yeah, this is an ace match. Still Ruined City. Like I said, it's 600. And Nexo is going it alone this time with no Maniac and no Spidey to back him up. So that's going to make things interesting. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, right now just kind of trying to keep... Okay. Oh, wow, that connected. I didn't expect that. 3,200 on the first swing, 3,276 on the second swing. So whatever that is he's hitting, I think it was a Jagan, probably doesn't have much in the way of defensive buffers because it hit different areas, I want to say, and did the same damage. So, okay, yeah, Echo's Jagan, I think that's what he hit, but I'm not 100% sure. 6 minutes and 15 seconds or so left. Nexo's team is down about 750 points. Not a lot. Not a lot in a 600 ace match at any rate. So, yeah, that is not bad. Let's see. Jumping back in. Now they're down by about half, which again is still not the end of the world in a 600 ace match. So, because just scores can mount up considerably once an ace is chosen. Good smack on. I think that was the Hazenflea as it tried to go by. Very, very nice. Never saw him coming. I believe at higher levels the Pixie gets a higher level of stealth. I'm not 100% sure on that. Because I thought that, I want to say one conversation we were having, it turned out it doesn't. But regardless, it is still... Ooh, good kill there. It is still, like I said, more powerful at the higher levels. So it is, yeah, it's still decent. Again, there are tier lists out there. There are people that'll tell you not to use, well, specifically this, to be honest, but I am still of the belief that in the right hands, in the right circumstances, anything is still playable. It's just a matter of, being able to know what those circumstances are. And from the look of things so far, I think Nexo has made a pretty good guess. So that is a Hama Hama, which just wasted its tackle. Luckily, the only thing that could really help it out was on the ground, so Nexo was able to take care of that. And now, Pixie is, getting away, because, oops, grenade hit the building. I do that all the time. Does make you visible on the radar temporarily, but should be back off of it now, as evidenced by the fact that, that Echo's Jagan just never expected a thing. So, yeah, Hazenflea again. Seems, I'm thinking from the amount of damage Nexo does to it, it probably doesn't have great melee defense, or just melee, Nexo's melee attack is just that good, which, either one, very believable, because like I said, the level, I think this is the level 3 or 4 Pixie, has a lot of equip slots. I think it's the 4, and you can get its defense up pretty high. Let's see, somebody else got that DJ, that's fine. It's got 42 seconds until ace is chosen, which point an ace's kills are worth triple points, and an ace is worth triple points to kill. So, actually not a bad thing Nexo took a death there, because there's a non-zero chance it's going to be him. Pardon me, just like I said, long week. Anyway, 3 minutes, 15 seconds. Yeah, 15 more seconds. The ace will be chosen. Big trick about using a Pixie in an ace match, of course, is that Nexo's been making... Okay, that's one of the Rick DJs, because it has a Federation shield. I think it's the enhanced Rick DJ that has that. Yeah, Nexo's been making really good use of his stealth, which is functionally gone now, because there is, for every enemy on the screen, a big, bright sign marked ace over Nexo's head. For the allies, too, because that way everybody can, I'll locate you to defend you. Theoretically. That is, it's not super rare to find a team that does that, but it's always nice. Enemy ace is the Hazenflea, so that's going to take some hits, obviously. Nexo is going after it, because, if he's proven pretty effective against the Hazenflea before, so if he can take it out quickly before the enemy team can take him out, they'll be in a good position. Unfortunately, it looks like the team did not decide to go to where the two aces are. I don't get it. They may have been fighting something else up there, but frankly, you go to where the two aces are. If the two aces are fighting each other, there's no excuse for everything to not be right there. So, that's just my opinion anyway. Did get an assist though once the enemy ace was down, so that's some extra points for the team. But yeah, the one thing the one thing about stealth aces is that they lose their stealth, of course, but they do still disappear from radar. So, pardon my yawn. Like I said, long time. Anyway, yeah, they still drop off radar, except when they're attacking. So, ow. You know, if someone is playing like very much by radar and not paying attention to the big sign, that can still give you a little bit of an advantage. But honestly, I feel like orienting yourself by the big shining ace sign is probably a good first start, and then look at your radar. Again, just my opinion. Currently 11-5 to 17-100. Unfortunately, the enemy team has been doing a pretty good job of focusing Nexo at the moment. Like I said, this is where things can be hard because yeah, the big advantage Nexo had was stealth, and it's gone. So there is, you know, and that Yakushiki was right on the ball, but did not manage to take him down. So Nexo's going to be able to get some good shots off. Yeah, Yakushikis have low ballistic defense, so that was a good move. Good downswing on the enemy ace. The rest of his team, okay, well the rest of his team right now is a GPO3, so I get it. That's a slightly different thing, but yeah, there's some. Let's see, caught the Hazen Fleet in a big counter, shaved a big chunk of its life off, and yeah, unfortunately, there's just not enough time or team in this area left for Nexo to really take this back for them. And also, yeah, his team was screwing around with a single enemy way across there, like that would win them the match or anything. Regardless, some good numbers here. Yeah, Nexo swept the board, 3,700 out of their 11k, 94,000 damage, top assist, and of course top diversions, because again, once that sign's on your head, everybody's looking. But yeah, there was some 5 and 5 that, again, under the circumstances, really solid. And yeah, with a better team, I think that Nexo could have pulled that off no problem. But just they were dead enough times, or they left him alone. So that's what happens. Yeah, so that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. So last week, during all the hard stuff, Salty, Seraphic Zero, and Heavy Arms all invited me to play Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, which luckily Angel gave me a copy of for, I think, my birthday last year. And for one thing, since they invited me before the eShop closes in March, I was able to transfer my Monster Hunter's Generations save over from the 3DS. So that was a nice thing. And, man, I hadn't played that in forever. Of course, that came out a good couple of years before World, I believe. So I had, taken time off after, between those, and just not gone back to Generations and all that time. Generations Ultimate, really nice, looks good on a docked Switch, in my opinion. Fun to play, and I had forgotten how much fun the aerial hammer style is. When we started playing, I'd said I'd forgotten why it is that I was playing that, but after, playing some rounds, I can tell you why, because vaulting up and smacking a dragon in the face with a hammer is fun.